The U.S. economy and the housing market are undergoing significant changes, with the Federal Reserve reaching a consensus on what needs to happen next. Even the Federal Reserve has made some impactful comments that they indicate that tightening could continue and be on the horizon again.
That we're likely to need a couple more rate hikes over the course of this year to really bring inflation back into a path that's along a sustainable 2% path.
The housing market is in a precarious state due to various factors. Some real estate agents or realtors are advising their clients to buy houses now, saying that the market is rebounding and that we're in a normal market. If they're telling you that, find a new agent. At the very least, they should be advising you on market conditions and not pushing you into some deep debt hole that you can't escape. I wouldn't call anything about this market normal. However, other real estate agents and real estate professionals are suggesting that potential buyers wait and do their due diligence before they go into this market, as the market dynamics are shifting and the market itself is currently unsustainable. Low inventory is the main factor in the market afloat. However, this situation is likely to change as rising unemployment rates could result in an increase inventory as people sell their homes. More on that later. Not to mention skyrocketing mortgage interest rates and inflation rates that we are being told are dropping. But really, we all know the truth on that. How's that grocery budget doing? The Federal Reserve is actively working towards bringing inflation. However, they are far from achieving this goal. Instead, lending can be tightening, which could have a significant impact on the housing market economy as a whole. All right, with all this great news, let's jump into the market data and see what's actually going on here locally. Closed sales. The number of properties that were sold and the sale was completed, that is the title transfer to the buyer. In June 2023, this number fell by 5.5%. And now for the year-to-date period in 2023, closed sales decreased by a whopping 15.8% compared to the same period in 2022. The median sales price in June 2023 was $545,000, an 8% decrease from June 2022. The median price for the year-to-date period was $515,400. A decrease of 11.1% in the same period, 2022, but up for the third consecutive month. Why? Leave your comment below why you think prices are still going up. Now, this is just my opinion, but I believe that people are tired of waiting for the market to improve, and they're jumping from the recession ship to home ownership, especially here locally. Believe it or not, Idaho is more than just sagebrush and potatoes. People are flocking to this area, giving life to the struggling housing market. Cash deals and quick closings are still happening, further rebounding the sales price. How long will that last? Comment below. Days on market. The average number of days a property is for sale before it is sold or taken off the market. This increased from 15 days in June 2022 to 33 days in June 2023, a 120% increase. Now, this may not seem like a lot, but that's considerable when you actually look at the numbers in the data. The average days on market for the year-to-date period in 2023 was 56, a 166.7 increase from the same period in 2022. Pending sales, the number of sales that are in the process of closing, but the sale has not been completed. This number has dropped almost 20% in the last year. Inventory. This is big. Let's get into it. The number of properties listed for sale, as we know. This is a big factor to the issue why we are seeing the market conditions we are, in my opinion. The houses that people can go shop for, look at, and put an offer on. Now, the numbers for inventory decreased 36.2% year over year. You have to realize that during the buying frenzy of 2020 and 2021, people were locking in rates as low as 2% and buying at record high prices. But they were also paying record high prices for that home. And many of them had less than 5% down. A lot of them had 0% down. Unless they are forced to sell due to debt, job loss, or financial ruin, they will hold. That's just common sense. Now, the people there may be happy with the situation they're in and there's no reason to move, but life happens and sometimes situations will come up where they will have to move, but some will have no way out. As interest rates have increased and prices have continued to decrease, some people have the ability to move back and forth, and some people have the cash assets and the equity to be able to move in this current market, even with the interest rates. But many people are planted now, because why would you go from a 2% to an 8%? Unless you're paying cash, that's just pure craziness. So what many people are doing right now, the reason we're not seeing inventory come onto the market as fast as it was, is because people are holding their position right now. They're waiting for interest rates to come down and skyrocketing sales prices to fall. Because again, why would anybody at 2% right now holding when they bought a couple of years ago want to refinance, quadrupling their payment at 8%? And yes, you could say, well, there's equity in the home and they can buy down that rate. But for a lot of people, they bought at record highs, and you have to remember that. And the sales prices come down in the last year, which has kind of wiped out a lot of their equity in their homes because they paid top tier prices for it. So right now they're in this really stuck holding pattern, waiting to get out of that situation. So why would they sell? Comment below and let me know what you think. We all know the market's a complete turmoil right now. There's ups, there's downs, there's some good, there's some bad. there's opportunity everywhere lurking, but also you can get yourself in a really bad position. I'm not going to bore you with the rest of the data. If you want to see that, go to our blog on goodnewsrealtygroup.com. Check it out. We have all the information there, including Canyon County, new construction, and the surrounding counties of Ada County and the Boise area. Keep in mind, next month, Josh will be back, and we're going to be doing a whole new format on how we present market updates instead of just the normal graphs and pre-recorded, edited show. So we're looking forward to that. Thank you again for watching. Please subscribe, hit the notification bell, and we'll see you next time. Have a good one.